So the whole thing I was thinking about for today was, God's been telling me that we need to build this as a body in a co-laboring effort.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, when it comes to the survey part of this, your mind is perfect for this. And also the teaching and explaining things as we go.
Mm-hmm. Are we videoing already?
Yes.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
cool.
we're on, don't worry. This is all live, we don't cut nothing, so that's all good.
Awesome.
Okay, so I think what we should start by doing is, because I feel the Lord showed me this way to do videos, and we should always start with prayer.
Yeah.
Just like we do anything, so God guides it and not us. So I'll start with prayer. So thank you, Father, for this business idea. Thank you, Father, for Jacob and his gifts that he has that are different to mine, and that we can come together and we can build this together in your name. And I just think it's like Psalm 127, where it says, those who build without God build in vain. And I think that applies to our business as well. So thank you, Lord, that you're building this with us. And we ask that you guide our words, and you guide our discussion, and you guide this features list so it's perfect for your body, and we achieve what you want with this business. Lord, give us peace and clarity of words and a relaxed spirit to do this together, because we're not YouTubers naturally. So give us the strength for that. So thank you, Lord. Bless your name. We love you, and let's do this together.
Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Father.
All right.
Yes.
Day 2, hour 2. So we have 50 responses.
Yeah, that's good.
And
really
to
good.
our features survey, which was basically getting the right features for the Bible building business, so we can have a set 1 or 2 Bibles to start with, maybe, so we don't have to have all the manufacturing dramas of having hundreds of different features. So we've got 50 surveys completed here, and the Lord told me that that's okay to go to the next step with. So what we're going to do now is go through those responses and discuss it and write notes.
Yep.
And that will guide the next step, which is design, like getting a Bible, manufacturing a Bible that has all these specific features that the community wants. All right, so let's do it.
Excellent. All right.
So we got a good 50-50 split here, roughly. 52% female, 47% male. So I think that's a good split. Let's now look at the translation preference. So you let me know what you think with that, Jake.
Yeah, to my understanding, well, I personally pick ESV and New King James Version as well. Neither of them are perfect. There are mistakes in both, but in regards to what we have access to here in English, I think it's about as close to the intention of what was written as we can get.
Yes.
Both of them, and there'll be different verses where ESV does do a better job relaying the intention of a verse than New King James will. But yeah,
it's easier to read, hey, because I know a lot of people, when they read the New King James, you still got that old language a little bit in there.
A little bit, but yeah, barely. It's
more
easy
difficult
enough.
to follow, isn't it?
Yeah, it still tries to follow the layout of King James.
Yeah.
Just with slightly different wording.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I personally like NKJV.
Yeah, I do too.
Because you get a touch of that old school.
Yeah, honestly, it is the translation I use the most. Yeah, even though ESV is great, I just haven't been using it. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the NLT? Because that's third leading. Oh no, NIV. That's the most basic sort of translation, hey, or like easiest wording. Is that how you would interpret it?
I think NIV moves a tiny bit further away from literal translation of the Greek and Hebrew And sometimes we'll stray slightly further in intent of what was being written, but it's still good, and I know it's common. New Living Translation, I remember I enjoyed reading it. As a kid, I like the flow of how it reads, but to my understanding, New Living Translation creeps further away again,
right,
on average, from the original wording and intent of the wording.
Okay.
Still good,
Yes.
but if you're aiming for accuracy, it's a little further away.
Yeah. And so we got 18% voted for that.
Yeah.
And then we got 39 and 34% ESV and NKJV.
Yeah.
So to me it looks
Good
like,
choices.
would you say those top three and NIV, they're quite significant leaders? And if we maybe...
I need to look more into NIV as to why it's so popular. I think it's often the translation people have just been handed out because it moves away from New King James Version style of reading.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, I'll need to look more into that one.
Yeah. But if we look at it so maybe we can discard the rest in terms of a popularity thing.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
We got clear winners there. And maybe, I don't know if I look at this, if you see it the same sort of way,
Mm-hmm.
that ESV and NKJV is a slightly more closer and maybe a little bit more difficult it's a more advanced reading than NIV. Would you say that?
Only slightly, but
Slightly.
probably. I don't think people will struggle with reading
ESV.
either, really.
Okay. Because what I'm getting at is maybe because I feel like maybe new Christians need sort of would relate better to NIV than they would NK.
I don't think it's too important to have a translation that they can relate to, because I think the extreme example of that was the Message. The Message tried over the top to make itself relatable, and shouldn't even be considered a translation, but yeah, I know it's fine.
No, but it's good that we chat about this, because where I'm sort of getting to is maybe we have some features that are adjustable in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if we have one that NIV is for like a newer sort of believers, or NKJ is for like a little bit more advanced believe. That's sort of what I'm thinking, is what I'm getting at.
I don't think I would label them as one as more advanced than the other, though. And I think most people that are likely to buy a Bible probably already have a preference.
Okay.
And for some of them, I do think it's worth including NIV, because a lot of people will have only read NIV, and the rest of them, I do agree, they're not really worth considering. And I think in modern day, a lot less, especially of millennials and Gen Alpha, a lot of them would be far less interested in King James Version by now.
Yeah,
it's usually our parents and before that are keen on sticking to what they believe is the closest, but yeah.
Yeah, okay. Cool. Well, maybe then it just comes down to like a preference from the church that they've been in or something.
Yeah, definitely.
That's probably that's okay.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, so do you think so I'm going to ask you what God's...
Right.
So what's God saying to you about, can we pick one and go with that? So if we go with ESV, for instance, or NKJV.
I haven't asked him yet, but I'm almost certain the answer's no.
No, so it's going to have to be...
I doubt that we can just pick one, because there are certain denominations that stick quite closely to certain translations. For example, the Reformists will almost exclusively stick to ESV.
Okay.
And there's a lot, and a lot of the more ultra-conservative groups within Christendom will stick to something like New King James or ESV and won't touch NIV. Okay. So I'd have to look into it more as to who would pick what, but I don't think we can pick just one and say that's it, because we'll alienate too many people.
All right. Well, if we start with, so again, like we're trying to start with the most basic manufacturing process.
Yes.
So maybe we should limit to two then, or something to start with?
Well, yeah, 2 might work.
So if you were to choose 2, what would you
Yeah,
say?
ESV and New King James Version.
Definitely.
And
the NIV's...
NIV isn't bad. It does remove 1 or 2 verses from memory.
Okay.
However, this is my preference. I don't have enough of an interest in NIV to read it. If it was the only Bible I had, I would happily.
Yeah. So we both a little bit
Sink
skewed
into it.
towards. We both read NKJV, so it's funny.
Yeah, I think
skewed.
with the creation of translations like the Message and the Passion translation, which shouldn't really be considered a translation in my opinion. I think there came a huge push against that afterward, where people became even more focused on what we read needs to be accurate. Because although there will be times, for example, something as different as the Passion translation, sometimes there'll be a verse here and there that it does extrapolate on really well, but the majority of the time it's adding in a lot of feel-good fluff, which is fun. I don't think there's anything evil or wrong with reading one of those translations if you're just reading it alongside something that sticks close to the original text.
Yeah. And 100%. We can't change. The more we change God's word, the more.
But my point was there was a heap of pushback with people wanting to make sure what they were reading was accurate with some of these translations, particularly the Message that came out.
Okay. So, in that case, we got such strong leaders there, we can't avoid choosing the top 2, hey?
Yeah.
That's going to cover the biggest.
I'm going to need to look into it online, because there probably are a lot of groups that only stick with NIV too. I just haven't checked.
Okay, so we're going to go NK. We're just going to choose 2 because we want to move forward on the next piece. And as this business evolves, we will probably have multiple different options. You can choose all of them, or or 5 or something.
Well, depending on the complexity of what we talk about later, it may not cost much to anything more to have a manufacturer have 3 on hand at any time.
Yeah, and then just Yep.
Yeah, it may not end up being an issue at all.
All right, so we're going to start with ESV and NKJV. All right,
and very likely NIV.
And very likely NIV. Okay. Or maybe the Lord's guiding us to 3 then. NIV.
Oh, you're right. I didn't even ask him.
Well, let's ask quickly and see.
Yep.
Thank you, Lord.
I felt he was saying he recommended 3. I think, I suppose thinking about it logically too, when you give somebody only 2 choices, it will feel like I think compared to 3, I think your mind will tell you don't really have much of a choice.
Right, I see.
Whereas if you give them 5+ options, people often will start to feel choice paralysis.
Right, too many options.
Yeah, because if they don't know what translation they want to begin with, having too many options will start to cause people to shy away from making a choice, and they'll come, I'll close the tab and I'll come back to it later.
Makes sense to me, 100%. I was also hearing 3.
Yeah, that's cool.
So I think that's confirmation. Even though my flesh is like, I only want to do 1 for simplicity's sake.
I don't think it'll end up being a problem manufacturer-wise.
Yeah. All right. God says 3, everyone. So we go with that. So text.
It's jarring, asking on the spot while we're recording.
Eventually we'll forget the camera's even there. So I believe that God's with us here now, guarding it all. So we're just going to keep going with that. Okay, so this one is a bit more clear. Text layout.
I'm trying to remember, what did I vote? Oh yeah, I voted the same thing. Single column, wide margins.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see why you wouldn't want to notice.
So, yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, I also like the idea of having a note section at the end, but a lot of people, even with them getting their perfect Bible,
Yep.
are still not going to want to take notes. A lot of people won't want to take notes, and they'll want to leave their Bible as pristine as they can, maybe using a highlighter.
Yes.
There are a lot of people that won't want to take notes ever.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think, like, if I'm thinking about it, I think we're going to need at least two options, but
so
it
basically
may just
notes,
be two.
no notes. Single column wide notes, and then one that just has, well, what's second?
I would definitely not give people more than two choices for note-taking options.
Yeah.
Because that causes people to overthink.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what was... I can't see it clearly. So a lot of people also voted double column with center cross-references. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
My Bible has that. Verse by verse format. Can you explain what you mean by that?
Well, this was actually... I had some pictures on the survey thing of what this was.
Wait, is that where you have a note section up to every verse?
No, I don't think it was that. It was like each
God.
verse was like separate. I don't know, like spaced apart. I think it was. Let me just...
That would make for a very thick Bible.
Yeah, exactly. So
Plus,
let me
I think, steer as far away from that as we can. Because there will be certain sections of the Bible, like the beginning of Luke, where you're probably not gonna take notes.
Well, this is the verse by verse, but I can't really... So it's not as bad as I was saying, but it's like there's more spacing, like, when you hit enter, basically. There's more of those after each verse.
I need to see a
full...
Do you mean that it's indented? Or...
I don't know.
It doesn't... I was imagining it having space after every verse, which I thought would be a nightmare.
Yeah.
But...
maybe not as pronounced as I was saying. But
yeah.
Okay, so that's maybe not far off like the other ones, really, if we think about it. Like from that image that we're looking at, it doesn't really seem much different from like a double column layout. So
I think single column with wide margins on the side is the best.
Yeah. Do you think you could okay, so our two options would be that, and then the other one would be just a double column, do you think, with center references? Cross references?
Yeah. For somebody who doesn't want to take notes, that's good, because a lot of people take notes to remind them of how it connects to another verse. And notes, at least from what I've seen with friends and family and extended family, they're usually almost dot point, where a note will be like 5 words.
Okay.
So it wouldn't need too much space, and I think the wide margins would be enough, and I don't think you need to make them too wide.
Okay. So if we go back to the wide margin and look at that, just for reference, don't know how we can... Maybe I should do this on Bible Builder. It'll be actually easier to see. So we go down here.
Perhaps you can maximize the window, see if it becomes easier to observe.
I haven't even checked this properly, but maybe it's been a bit more of a pain than I thought. Anyway, let's just do it like that. Okay, well that's funny to see.
Anyway, we understand what that one is.
Yeah, okay, so we...
It's only the verse by verse format. I did not understand.
To me, it just looks like each verse has got an enter after it, a space added on. See how these are like just one continuous paragraph, whereas each verse is separate?
Yeah, I don't think many people are going to want verse by verse format. It just makes for a really thick Bible, and also puts gaps everywhere between the verses.
Yeah.
And it wastes a lot of space.
Yes. So this is the double...
Oh, I see it now. Yeah, that's rough. The verse by verse format.
Yeah. So if we go, okay, so double column with center cross references.
Yeah.
If we had that one and the notes one, does that cover everyone?
Yeah. I don't think too many people are going to want single column with a small margin. That appears to have references on the side too.
Yes. Could we also, yeah, like this one, could you also have cross references with a single column notes?
Yeah, I'm going to be honest, the single column option, it looks like it has wide margins anyway because it has space at the bottom for the references.
Right, yeah.
I think as long as there's not too many references, that's still maybe the way to go. I think, I don't know. Yeah, like, did we ask specifically whether people like references?
No, it was just one of the different options, yeah. Or maybe we did later, I can't actually remember all the... Oh yes, here we go, cross references.
All right, let's jump back to the results.
Okay.
And check what people said.
Okay, so you look at the cross references preference. If we go down, where was that?
Up.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That went way further than I was expecting. This does not work on my laptop.
Go Apple. Okay, so we had text layout was the single column wide.
Yeah.
Red letters for Jesus, pretty obvious. That's just a yes. Okay, so cross references in relation to that.
I'm used to.
So 30% not fussed.
Does it? Can you see the gender split between?
I could if I went into the data.
Can we? Oh, it doesn't take long. I'm just curious.
I think I can bring that up. Yes, let's go here. Yeah. So we can organize.
In my opinion, without looking into it, I expect that the majority of people who would want to purchase a Bible like what you're looking to create, like an ultimate, Bible they keep for the rest of their life. I think it would probably be majority male, as men are often more interested in things and put higher value on things.
Okay.
So they probably care about being analytically perfect and...
Yes, yeah. Definitely more with the intellectual side,
A little bit, yeah. You'll get women
more drawn to. Well, yeah, more.
You'll get women who are very analytical too, but it's not as common.
Not as common. So, okay, so if we look at not fussed, it's actually a split of males and females, almost 50%.
Nice. That's cool.
Okay, so
Just curious.
that's interesting to see. Yeah, I would say that's almost 50-50, not fussed.
60-40 by the looks of it.
That's why we need Jacob. My brain's too simple for that.
That's all right.
So footnote references. So that's a clear winner. So if we do care about references, footnote seems to be. But does footnote make sense if it's because wouldn't you want a reference like next to the verse it's sort of relating to?
Not always.
Would you put like a star and then go to the bottom and
so like the Bible I use has both references in the middle and then footnotes at the bottom, if any. Some pages you won't have any footnotes because there's nothing really notable in that chapter that you would need to explain further.
Okay.
So footnotes sometimes will be commentary to help the reader better understand what's trying to be conveyed or what was happening.
Yes.
But often you don't need a descriptive footnote. You can just get away with references. I think way more people will want references than they will want commentary style footnotes.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, if you were forced to drop one,
because if you look there, like those relate to if you have them all down here, how do you know which is which? Does it?
They'll usually have the chapter and verse number at the beginning.
Okay.
like that.
Like an A there. And
But
an A there.
like again, what I shared just before is likely just my opinion, in that it seems a lot of people said they really want footnote references.
Okay. All right. So, to me, that
like footnote references are, in my opinion, harder to read if it's referencing other verses elsewhere in the Bible. Whereas if you have the center column with verse links,
yeah.
It's easier to see where it occurs and what verse it links to.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're reading through a long
Yeah.
line of text.
Yeah. My feeling, it's funny because I'm not sure if like this survey was 100% clear in itself. Because unless you have a picture for each one, people might not really know what we're talking about.
Yeah, perhaps we could have clarified what footnote meant.
Even means, yeah.
Yeah.
Because to me, it seems like you would want it within the text, so you know exactly that verse is referring to Deuteronomy 4.
Yeah, I understand a lot of people may not actually want it in the text because a lot of people find it messy seeing lowercase a, lowercase b, lowercase c, lowercase d, only three words later. Okay, that's just personal preference. I think having the verse links off to the side.
So if we think about it, so, okay. All right, so I feel like we can say references next to is going to be better. If we thought about single column wide margins,
A single column. Oh yeah, I understand.
That was our text layout from before.
We could look into how wide we can go. Maybe.
Well, if we look back at that picture, I don't know.
At least.
Like when I was looking at this,
2 centimeters. That looks like
you see
nearly 3 centimeters.
That's got cross references there.
Does it?
Well, that's what it looks like to me if I'm just eyeballing that, and then the column, and then notes.
Yeah, so that would be what I would want.
That would probably be.
But that's what most people went for as well. It looks tidy. So
we'll go with.
Lots of us like tidy.
Side ref. Yeah, even though everyone said footnote references, I just don't think that's going to be the cleanest. But okay, cool. All right, well, maybe we'll just seek more clarification on that later. Okay, so we can skip over that then.
Mm-hmm.
Study features. So this is actually quite a even spread.
That it is.
Still got clear winners, but like a lot of votes for each. So if you read through those, what do you think of the data set in general?
Yeah, it's interesting that concordance is so low compared to the others. Perhaps it's because we have internet access now.
It's funny, like, I mean, maybe for more simpler, earlier Christians like me, like, I didn't even know what a concordance was.
Yeah, I use concordance a lot less.
Benji actually said to me, so, can we get a digital concordance? Because he thought it was a digital thing. And then when I looked it up, and it's, specific words where they show up in the Bible. Is that what a concordance is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
So you can see if you're like looking at a Hebrew word, this is in 5 other sections.
Well, yeah, you're usually looking at the English words.
Okay.
Like if you had a concordance with all the Hebrew words and Greek words, that it'd be pretty
mental.
It'd be pretty messy. I wouldn't include that unless someone's looking for that.
Yeah.
Plus, you already have to know what each Hebrew word is.
This is why I say, I was getting at like the new Christian thing earlier.
Oh yeah.
I feel like there's a journey that we go on. In the beginning, we just want basic like understanding, and we don't know what a concordance is and all these things. Then as we progress, we're looking deeper into the word, and then we want more advanced features. Personally,
if I was working on creating these Bibles, I'd be hesitant to include character profiles, because there's a lot of characters we only know so little about.
Okay.
And then others that we know oodles about. And there'll be the odd few things that are subjective.
Yeah, it adds a bias in a way from the person that
For some
does it.
things.
Yeah.
Like for most people, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
But you'll have to add a lot of extra information that you would probably need to source yourself if you're going for character profiles.
Right. Yeah, I mean, again, we've got to think of like simplicity, otherwise it would take us 5 years to develop this.
Maps are way easier.
Yeah.
Mapping
I
the
like
journeys
them.
of Israel, the journeys of Abraham, the journeys of
those
Jesus.
maps. Yeah, I'm a big fan of maps. What do you think about the timeline of biblical events?
Yeah, I think that's easy enough
See
to
it
do.
on like a linear.
I think it's worth putting in. And also, I think for a lot of people, it helps it feel more real.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, where you can see approximately this stage in history. I think it makes it feel like more applicable to the world we're in now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'd add it.
Yeah. Okay.
It doesn't require much.
Timeline tick.
I remember I voted.
Maps tick.
Yes, I remember I was keen on having a reading plan, but I understand why it was only 34% vote for it, in that there's so many apps and digital options, and nearly everyone has access to a digital phone.
Yeah.
Something that has access to the various app stores, where there's enough plans already, and it's probably not necessary to internalize it in the Bible and give everybody the same reading plan.
Yeah.
So
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I think that is more of a digital thing than it is anything else. Okay, what do you think about, should we look at the male-female split here? Because I know like Holly and a lot of the girls I've spoken to want the expanded study features. You know, like how people expand on and explain the verse for them and stuff like that.
So which one would that come under in study features? You're not talking about an easy to follow summary of?
That's not study. It's not study notes, is it?
Well, when you say study notes, do you mean existing notes that are there from another author or commentator?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Like, to be fair, I got ChatGPT to help me with all of these things.
Yeah. So
like some of them I didn't write myself, but it's just like a general thing that people ask for.
I'm not against notes.
I reckon we look
of course, with different commentators, you will get a little bit of bias here and there, but that's fine if it's only a little bit. I think the majority of Bibles I've seen, they steer clear of serious bias on various topics and only try and make the page be easier to understand the context. But
yes, it's
a lot of people probably selected that study notes thinking it was space for study notes as opposed to existing notes.
Okay. Oh right. Okay. So you think that could be the case? So if we just go and take all these study notes. So everyone that said study notes, I think we got a female bias, don't we? Okay, that was probably a survey lack of clarity sort of thing there.
I think so.
But but I definitely know that the girls. I mean, Holly always says she wants like an expanded explanation of things, so she doesn't have to think too hard sometimes. You know, you can just. Whereas we like to delve down into it deeply and get all intellectual about it and
sometimes,
stuff like that.
Sometimes, depending on what I'm reading.
I don't like to be told really what it means to like bias my thinking. Like I want to try and hear from God. I want Him to direct me to different places within reason, obviously.
Like you've seen, I'm often in the habit of going to Bible Hub online and looking at the Greek and Hebrew words and then doing my best to interpret that myself, or occasionally I'll look at commentary on it.
Yeah.
But I don't go to commentary often.
Okay. So what's clear here, my feeling is like, so timelines included in all of them, maps are included.
Mm-hmm.
So those are both included,
And
regardless.
likely drop Bible reading plans and character profiles.
Okay, so we'll leave character profile. So I'm just going to write down what we're going to include.
Mm-hmm.
What book intros?
What does that mean?
You know, like at the beginning of the book, it talks about the author and stuff like that, who wrote it and its context and this kind of stuff. Which I think...
I mean, it is helpful having that.
I'm going to say we include that one because I know there's a lot of context I didn't even realize while I'm reading it.
Yeah.
So I think that would be helpful, but also not too... I don't know if you can have a bias in there as well. Like, you know, whenever anyone interprets things, maybe it can just be more of a factual, historical sort of thing. Like Luke was a physician.
Yeah, I think short and sweet is good enough.
Yeah, okay. Short, sweet. Sweet. Okay, cool. Study features. Okay, and then study Bibles, you know, like a study Bible.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think some of the girls are asking for. But that means like the study Bibles themselves, everyone has a different interpretation.
Yeah, so you're thinking study Bible with lots of commentary?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've never had a personal preference towards any of those.
Yeah.
I'm not against it.
Okay.
Like with certain contentious topics, I usually try and hear both sides.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not against commentary. I just think it makes it a lot more complex sourcing commentary and making sure that
and your book
it remains relatively unbiased.
Yeah.
I mean, there aren't too many contentious topics within the Bible. Most of them are in the New Testament in Paul's letters.
Okay. All right. Well, I think we
undecided for me.
my feeling is leave that for now. We can look at that later. I think we need to keep it as simple as possible, otherwise I'm going to be in trouble. Yeah. Okay, so this is more on the note taking again, which is wide margins for notes, quite a strong
I'm keen for that.
And journaling pages between books I think would be nice as well. Yeah.
Not everyone's going to want that, of course, but yeah, it is good. I think it's worth having it as an option, and it encourages the reader to take time to then go back again and read over things again, meditate on them, and then write down what they got out of it, what they perhaps felt the Lord was highlighting to them.
Yes.
That can, of course, be achieved to a degree with notes.
Well, we could probably leave it in, it wouldn't affect people that doesn't want it.
Yeah, I'd keep it short.
Yeah, just one page or something.
Less, probably.
You reckon? Okay.
I think most, like the vast majority of people are unlikely to write a full page worth of notes for, say, a chapter of...
No, at the end of the book.
Oh, the book. Oh, right.
So like Ephesians, it would be like a page or two at the end.
I mean, that would probably work well for shorter books like Ephesians or Philippians, Colossians. But like you wouldn't put it at the end of Psalms.
Yeah. You'd need 20 pages on the end of Psalms. Okay.
Yeah, but like you have to flip way back if you're trying to take a note for Psalm 32.
Okay. Yeah.
Putting it at the end of the book.
What I sort of saw it as is, because I've done some notes like this in the past, is like a book summary. So, if someone asks me what the book of Colossians is about, then I have like a rough summary. Yeah. And that's where the journaling page would be.
And you like that, do you?
That's sort of what I was envisioning when I saw this, because I do have notes in my phone with like books of the Bible and their rough outlines.
Yeah. Some of the books will be challenging to have a short summary.
Like a psalm or whatever. Okay.
I wouldn't want a a brief summary, I probably just want to just read it
Yeah.
and take from it what I can that way. And there's a lot of online resources for commentary on entire books.
Yeah,
like the
no,
Bible
sorry,
Project.
sorry. I'm not explaining it properly. It's like if you finish reading Colossians, and then you have like a summary of it in your mind, what you've pulled from it.
Oh, that you can put in the
Then
lines
you
of
write
notes.
down in that last page next to the book.
Yeah,
And then if someone comes to you and says, "Oh, what's Ephesians about?" or whatever, you can then look back and see how you've summarized that book in your perspective.
So are you thinking of guiding people towards writing a summary as opposed to just note-taking what they liked, or?
Yeah, well, when it says journaling pages between books, it's like for me, it's like when you get to the end of the book or some sort of understanding of the whole book in general, you would write general notes about it.
Yeah, so I probably put a brief guide that takes up half a page or a page at the beginning of the Bible, just listing out ideas for how you could use these note-taking sections.
Okay.
But I wouldn't keep repeating it later, like I wouldn't say.
I mean just blank space for...
The blank space is good, just you can put a little guide for, especially new Christians, as to what kind of things you could write. You could write a summary, or what you got out of it, or you can put notes on just one verse.
Okay, let me make sure we're getting this right, because I don't know if I'm explaining it right. So,
That's okay.
So say the end of the book comes, then the next page is like, it would be like that. So that's the end of Chronicles. You have an empty page where you can journal about that book.
Yeah, Chronicles would be rough.
Yeah. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
can say like Book of Chronicles, I feel was about this, or I felt this and that. And then if anyone comes back, ever asks you, I'm in Chronicles and I have this question or whatever, then you could go back to your own notes and see.
I get that anybody could do that if they'd written a summary,
Yeah, but they don't have to. I'm just saying if people wanted to.
So the potential for them to write a summary within the note-taking area.
Yeah.
Just give me a moment. I'll be right back.
That's okay. That's okay. Leave him. It's probably a little guy banging.
Alright, Bobby. See you soon.
Yeah. Okay, so it's just a notes-taking page. Is basically what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it's not going to hurt anyone being there.
No, it'll just make the Bible thicker.
Yeah. So if we just did one page per book, how many books are there? It's not going to be like.
I honestly don't know how to split it, because if you put it one page at the end of the longer books, I think it'll feel uncomfortable for a lot of people. Like, how do I take notes on all of this when it's all the way here at the end? And
okay, well, I mean, like you were saying, like you could have a guide. Basically anyone can do whatever they want with that journaling page. It doesn't have to be a summary of the book, but that would be the reason I would have it.
Yeah.
It's like, so I can summarize the book at the end, whereas also write notes during the book about each part.
I know for me, if I had it, this is probably just how my brain works. I'd find it awkward and uncomfortable, and
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't want it. Okay.
Just me. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So that can be. My feeling is, if we have one page, it's not going to hurt anyone, and it gives the people that want it the option or not.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it only adds 66 pages.
Yeah. True. It does. It does add extra printing and whatnot. So.
But it'd be funny having a full page of notes for the really short books in the Bible, like near the end of the Old Testament.
And then you have like
the note-taking section would be bigger than the whole book.
Yeah. True. Okay. All right. Well, we can see on that one where we end up, but that's not I don't think that's a huge deal. All right. What did they write? Journaling pages between books. Oh, it's fairly high. So
36, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it's second on the run. My feeling is included.
And when you were saying lined margins, can you remind me again what that meant?
Lined margins.
Yeah.
That's like lines.
Yeah, I get what you mean. But
as
in, do you mean for
opposed to
taking,
as opposed to like just space.
as in, say the text is here. Are you talking about having a line here which separates it from the space on the right, for example?
No, I think it's line by line, like a paper. Like, you know, does it look like a notepad, or does it look like a drawing?
Right.
Pad?
So dotted margin just meant free space.
I wonder if dotted margin is dotted like that. I can't believe so many people voted for those things. It's interesting.
I still don't understand what dotted margin means.
I think it's just another version. You know how some notepads have dots instead of lines?
Yeah, because like margin when talking about Bibles, to my understanding, is usually about space beside the text as opposed to lines to take notes.
Okay. Well, maybe that's a ChatGPT.
It's probably that, yeah.
Probably is. But when I see it, I think like, is it like a notes, lines, or is it just blank space?
Mm-hmm.
I would probably prefer the lines because I write skew and stuff, so it'll just all be skew.
It would look messy, I think, for me too.
So maybe like really light lines. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, and light lined note section.
It's just as soon, I don't know, when you add note-taking pages, if you're going to do full pages.
No, sorry. This is in the margin.
Oh, the side margin.
Yeah, it's like in the side margin. Does it have lines or no lines? That's basically what it's saying.
Oh right. If it was that, I'd get rid of the line.
If
it were me, if it's on the side, because it looks very busy. Like
right.
If you have lines all the way down.
Yes.
Another thing is you'll probably would make the lines bigger than the text on the left. So I could guess for sometimes for people like me who like neat and tidy, if they're like, you know, like every 3 lines over here is 1 line over here. I don't know. It feels messy to me.
Fair enough. I think we shouldn't spend too much on that.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm leaning towards you actually with that blank.
Yeah.
It's going to be better because it's cleaner. Yeah. Okay, so let's just go with that.
And I think it also takes the pressure of people feeling like I need to put notes here with it being blank.
Right. Okay. Wide margins, blank.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Good. Paper type. Yeah, for paper type, I don't really like the your highlighting going through the page. You know, you can sort of see it on the other side there.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly think I think personally that the premium opaque paper should be the only option, considering this is meant to be a Bible that you keep throughout your life.
Okay.
Art-friendly paper. When you say art-friendly paper,
when ChatGPT says art-friendly paper, so like I said, like, I don't think too deeply on all these things. So I just wanted to get like ChatGPT to populate as many that would encompass as many people's things, because I didn't really know what everyone's people's.
Like thick journaling paper is very similar to art-friendly paper, and art is pretty broad. So like a lot of art-friendly paper will have like texture and won't even be perfectly flat.
Okay.
So I think you'd want to avoid that, because I just think it will make the book really thick, like that.
Yeah.
And probably even thicker than that. And I actually think it probably would make it look cheap, despite being a more expensive paper. I think, in my opinion, I think premium opaque paper should be the only option.
Premium opaque. Okay, so what would you call, is this?
Let me just see. Yeah, so this is cheap. So it's just a slightly higher GSM. So this is probably 80 GSM. So you probably do.
So when you say GSM, is that like the see-throughness or something?
It's just how thin the paper is.
How thin it is. Okay.
Yeah, so you probably at least do 100, 110 GSM, maybe 120.
So you can't see the text behind it, basically.
Yeah, and it also makes the pages less
Terry.
light. Yes, Terry. That's right.
Okay. All right.
I think it should be the only option.
Okay. Well, I'm happy with that because if you do have thick pages,
Every
it's
time you
gonna
add
be
another
nightmare.
variable,
Yeah,
it's
just too
no.
much.
I think art-friendly paper would
Okay.
not be cool.
So let's go preem, opaque, and we'll say, well, you said 100 to 110 GSM. What is a GSM, do you know?
I don't even remember what GSM stands for. I just know it means
Okay.
paper thickness.
Okay. Font size, standard 10, 12, 14.
Yeah, so I think you should have two options, perhaps just standard and extra large, perhaps maybe large.
Do you reckon we can get away with one?
No, no, I don't think so, because
So funny. Font size. Okay.
many people with eyesight impairments will prefer extra large, and I don't think that's large.
This is large.
That's large.
So I like large.
Yeah, I do too.
Do you think people with eye impairments could read this?
It depends on how bad it is.
With glasses, I feel like this is the perfect size. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just my.
I mean, it is for the normal person. I think that I would only choose the standard or compact if you're trying to make the Bible itself smaller, because if you choose compact and standard font size with a Bible that's standard like this is between like medium and large.
Yeah.
You end up having a very thin book, which I think people are used to Bibles being a certain
It needs to be at least
thickness
a certain
ratio
thickness, yeah.
of
In saying
width,
that,
height to
in
thickness.
saying that, if you had a 1 column per page, your book's effectively double the size of this.
Yeah, like standard is really good for parallel translations. I have a Bible that I think is standard font size, like slightly smaller than this, and has 2 different translations.
Okay.
So it's good for that.
All right. So let's just go with what the people say then. 10. Maybe we do. The different size comes with the type. If they choose like a single column wide with notes, then you do a smaller text to get a smaller book, because you'll end up with a massive book if you had 1 line of text. If you think about that, that's 1 line of text.
Yeah.
If you only had 1 of these, that doubles the thickness of this.
Yeah.
And then when you go back to side by side, you can have a bigger.
I mean, it wouldn't quite double it, because you take up an extra 30 to 40% width here to there. So you'd probably add an extra third
Oh, right.
of the
Okay.
thickness.
Yeah. Okay, good call. Okay, I wonder how we would test these things, because, like, I would have to chat to a printer or something.
I think we can make a rough estimate easily enough.
Okay. So do you think we could get away with...
Yeah,
Could we get away with just doing a larger text?
Initially, but
Yeah.
not ultimately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I feel like we can build the whole custom Bible. That's the ultimate goal.
Yeah.
Everything's modifiable, but for now we need to keep it simple.
Yeah.
So what do we go with 10 then, or do we go with 12?
Perhaps you could tie the font size to the size of the Bible itself. Have you been thinking of having like a Bible this size? A lot of people will like a Bible this size.
Yeah.
And a lot of people will like a Bible that size.
Yeah.
Perhaps you could tie the font directly to the size of the Bible. So if you get this size, you're going to end up with...
Yeah.
You're probably going to end up with standard if you choose the smaller font size, and then if you choose the larger, perhaps you can have the option of large print or extra large print.
Okay, so if we get the standards for the small, and the large is for the large, basically.
Okay, so in my mind, I think the majority of people buying this won't be... like well and truly like elderly, if you get what I mean.
Yes.
If they're looking for a Bible if someone's coming to your store, for example, to buy a Bible that they'll keep for the rest of their life, they're probably a little bit earlier, middle-aged, or younger, in their life. So you could get away, I think, with just having large print for the larger Bible, standard print for the smaller Bible.
Yeah.
And I don't, based on the survey here and what I think from people I know, I don't believe many people are going to want compact either. To me, compact is either a novelty or useful for smuggling physical Bibles into other countries.
Okay. We won't go down that rabbit hole. Okay, so let's jump to font type quickly then. So, I mean, Arial's still, basic normal font is still beating like a dyslexic or alternative font. I didn't really give many options there.
Yeah, like for me, I would choose, I don't mind Arial. I choose Helvetica.
Okay.
I think I mentioned that.
What is this, do you reckon? That's not Arial.
This is a type of sans serif font.
It's not an Arial, is it?
I mean, there's so many. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
Sans serif fonts, to my understanding, I think they're the one. It has the tails. See the tails on the K's, the T's, the L's, the A's.
That makes it a little harder to read sometimes, doesn't it?
A little. To my understanding, we should look it up actually. I believe Helvetica is considered one of the easiest fonts to read, but I have no idea how that fares with people who struggle with dyslexia.
Yeah. I think we should go for the broad. So to me, when I look at that, I know there's not many options, but like the standard sort of font, everyone prefers.
Maybe. Like I know, like I'm pretty certain a lot of Catholic and Orthodox brothers and sisters do like to have a sans serif style fonts that have the tails and look a little bit more classical.
So,
yeah. So I probably have, if it were me, I would have one classical option and one modern-ish option like Arial or Helvetica.
Right, so we have two options there, and so we have modern and
whatever that means. Yeah, modern is probably just without the tails on the letters.
Yes, and the classics, the taily stuff. Okay, that makes sense. Let's not hang on that one too long. Book navigation. So I think people got confused here.
It's because ChatGPT, I think, didn't make it defined enough, because I had to think about this too. Thumb indexes are indented tabs.
Yes.
And there wasn't any option for external tabs.
Yeah.
Or whatever you call them, flag tabs, or I don't like the rectangular tabs that sit on the outside, as they make the whole thing way more messy.
Do you like the thumb index?
Yeah, I do. My
feeling is that would be the prevalent one.
Yep.
So I think we go with thumb index on that. It's the cleanest with, because I also actually looked up indented tabs, and it was similar to the thumb, but it was square, like a rectangle shape instead of a thumb.
I see no benefit to that.
Which is no benefit, I don't think. It looks messy.
The only reason you do that is to be able to write the entire name of the book. So instead of LEV, you'd have Leviticus.
Right, okay.
that's probably the only reason.
And it's more messy again then, isn't it?
And it's adults who are buying this, so I think sticking with the 3-letter or 4-letter.
Boom, I love that.
Thumb index is fine. There are going to be some people that don't want any visual index, but I would, if you're only going for one option, I would have all of them having the thumb index.
Okay.
I
like that.
There's no downside, I don't think, really.
Love that answer. When there's one, I love that answer.
I know, because every time you add another variable, it adds another 24 or so different
variations. Yeah, but I mean, anyway, it's not about me, it's about everyone. So let's do this. Okay, so bookmark ribbons, quickly over this, most people are saying 2.
Yeah, I said 3, but I think make this an option because this requires the absolute least in regards to cost. Like, this is one of the ones where I don't think it matters if you give them choice paralysis. Like, give them 4 options, and because it doesn't change anything inside the book, it's very easy. Like, no one would choose this, I don't think, but like if someone wanted 10, it's a very easy manufacturing thing to do because it changes nothing about the inside of the book. It doesn't add another variation.
We're going to have to chat to a printer about this as well or something, because the way I see it is the cheapest way is going to be to get like a bulk amount of Bibles.
Always.
All the same.
It always is that way.
So if we have ribbons different, each one, you couldn't have a stock of Bibles that would supply everyone's requirement.
Yeah.
So I reckon we need to fix this. Do you think 3 would hurt people? If we went 3, would that annoy people that wanted to?
I think based on the survey, it's safest to just do 1, 2, or none at most.
Or two or none?
2 or none is fine. I think to appeal to the widest
ribbons, 2 or 3 are the leaders. So
how many people? But like, how many people are going to want none? Do you think? Obviously, based on our survey, not many people wanted none.
Yeah.
I think with someone getting a forever Bible, they're more likely to want to have at least 1.
Yeah.
So I think initially, if you only choose 1 option, go off the survey and only make it 2.
Okay.
I don't think anybody would complain or feel it makes their Bible more messy having 2.
Okay. Yep, and it's a clear winner still too. Like, it's quite far ahead of the rest. So,
yeah.
Okay, let's do that.
It's good for having like an Old Testament and New Testament reading.
Yes. Genuine leather or fake leather? That's the cover material.
I'm surprised so many people selected premium faux leather. The reason being is, like, I mean, I haven't looked into it more, but when I've encountered premium faux leather, it's still eventually...
Is this fake leather, do you reckon?
Let's have a... Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be this is coming down to how much you want to spend, basically.
Yeah.
Because genuine leather is going to be, what, a couple $100, $200-300 or something, you reckon? To get like a... I mean...
We'll look into it. I don't think it will cost us that much.
I mean, in sort of the amount like, we'd have to charge.
I see.
You know what I mean?
I don't think... I'm just surprised so many people like the idea of premium faux leather as being a permanent Bible. Because most faux leather... I don't know if there's any faux leather that will indefinitely last without being very stiff.
Yes. It breaks down over time as well.
Yeah, linen cloth cover.
I don't even think we need to consider the other ones.
Or hardcover. No, like hardcovers. I associate hardcover with children's Bibles now.
Okay. All right. This is an an adult's Bible thing at the moment. Okay, so it's.
I think if you're marketing this as a premium lifetime Bible, you could get away with only offering genuine leather as your only option, and I think that actually would make the product likely appeal to more people in that this is the lowest standard you have is premium leather.
Okay.
Because honestly, if you want a premium faux leather, I would just buy something on Amazon,
Yeah. Okay, well, I think we parked that one. I think that's pretty... Okay. This is going to come down to how much it costs, really.
Yeah,
it's going to be because when I remember seeing all the prices, people were like, $100 was like the max that people wanted to spend when you look at the numbers. So
was that a lot of people?
That was most people were less than that. So
yeah,
like 100 would be the top range.
It's possibly because they haven't looked at what Bibles cost if they're good.
But
Physically.
also, if we can like satisfy the price desire of the market, then you're going to get easier sales, obviously.
Perhaps.
But it could also be our small sample size. You don't know, you know.
Like, I hadn't asked you this. Like, had you already intended to reach the US market? Because that is almost the entire English-speaking market. It's the vast majority, like compared to Europe or Australia.
Yeah, I wanted to start with Australian market for all my stuff.
Yeah.
That was my first target because that's people we understand and that's people we have in our circles and all that kind of stuff, you know. So I wanted to keep it local to start with.
I mean, it makes sense keeping it local, but if you're doing drop shipping,
it could be obviously I'd be keen for the US market.
We have so few people here compared to the US.
We'd make bank if we sold it over there as well.
I haven't checked what options they have over there yet either.
But yeah, I think just keep it with the Aussies for now, and we'll, as it evolves, we can go to a wider market. Okay,
we'll see.
Well, to be continued with price, basically. Edge style, page edge style.
What did this mean again?
So if you look at this Bible, it's like the color. So gold, gilded edges.
Yeah.
Gilded, sorry.
No, that's fine.
So standard white or the gold. That's basically, I kind of like the gold, to be honest. But what do you think?
I mean, I like gold and silver well enough. Like, eventually, I get it adds more variety to stock, but there's other colors I'd like. Like, if I was trying to make my own personal lifetime Bible, the two others I suggested were, there's a cool blue silver color you can get.
It says there rose gold and cool blue.
Those were the ones.
Rose gold.
I would probably choose one of those two, rose gold or cool blue silver, if it were
cold blue silver.
And in regards to how I feel about it, what I'd actually want, that would probably be almost close to one of the highest things I'd want.
Okay.
Because you see it so often when you have your book sitting down unopened.
Yeah.
Like, I love me some rose gold and some
and
cool
also,
blue silver, whatever you call it.
Rose gold, I reckon, would be beautiful. Yeah. Okay. So I would be a gold or a rose gold for the misses sort of one, definitely.
I don't think, like, obviously, if you're ordering Bibles in bulk, that would be a problem. Having 4 options. But I do think it's worth having the 4 options.
My feeling at the moment is we just keep it one.
Like, at least initially.
Yeah.
You'd probably just pick gold.
Gold, okay.
If, like, what do people pick?
Gold or white? That was what
white.
It was.
Oh, so no gild at all.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had to pick one, I'd probably just pick gold. That's me, but like when I think about it.
All right, let's go with that, because I think we're going to overthink things too much if we...
It is nice to overthink things.
Yeah. I think, okay, Bible size. So this is a clear winner, large. And then what's next? Personal. Now you're probably going to need to see what the images were so you can kind of...
Yeah, this is large.
Yeah.
Initially, I think you should scrap Study Bible and Pocket. Oh, like Pocket, I don't think you need to ever sell that unless people ask.
Elle actually said she would want to buy multiple in the same style. So she wanted to have like this one and that one in like a matching set.
I mean, that's great if you have the money for it.
And then this one, because the Pocket could like live in your purse.
I associate Pocket Bibles with Gideon Bibles. You know, the ones you find in the... there's a group that leave Bibles in motels for free.
Okay.
And they're that big. You
know? Right.
I associate it with that, and they're always cheaply made, which is fine. It's great. I'm really glad those Gideon Bibles are out there.
Yeah.
like, okay, I get there is a benefit to having a pocket Bible, but you have to use compact text suddenly.
Yeah.
Which is fine, because that limits. If you have pocket Bibles, you have to lose thumb indents, and
you wouldn't be able to get all
and
those
you
features.
probably do not have hangover. What are they called? Tabs.
Yeah. No, that would be just a supplementary Bible that you carry around.
Like, I honestly don't think there's a huge, like, I could be wrong, but I don't think there's a huge market for a customized pocket Bible. Like, how much can you customize in it? And I think any changes you make to the buyer don't feel like they're worth an extra $50 or an extra $30 because it's so small.
Yeah. Well, maybe you could.
I'd steer clear
to
begin with.
Yeah.
I would consider only having large
I'm
and initially.
Imagine having, that's another variable. Yeah, the less variables, the better. So
I think only like somewhere maybe between personal and large. You don't have to stick to a particular size.
Yes.
Unless there's some unforeseen benefit to that we don't know of.
Well, I think because large won fairly significantly, let's stay with that, I reckon, for now.
Yikes. Color preference.
So black was a winner by far, which I loved because I'm a black fan.
Now the only thing with black is if you want a laser pattern on it, it's going to be harder to see. Like, I can see yours has it.
This isn't a laser. This is actually a stamp.
It's a stamp. And you could have a stamp frame option, like, and you could maybe just have two choices of a stamp, where you could have a simple double-lined rectangle, or something like this.
My feeling is scrap it and just do the design with a laser, because the automated part is going to be harder if we need a stamp, unless we order it from the manufacturer stamped, but then it's like set, So I have this vision of, like, they choose the thing, and then our machine that we have drops the color Bible out that they want, goes into the laser engraving machine and laser engraves it, and then it's done. That's sort of the automated thing I'm sort of envisioning.
Yeah.
So, like, there's a lot of hardware.
Honestly,
for that.
I think it has to be done over at the manufacturer if it's going to be like that. It's not, if you get the right machinery, it's not hard to do it yourself on the fly, like, especially with customized laser patterns. I don't know, you'll save on costs, I think, big time if you do the laser part in-house. But
yeah, that's what I envision.
We need to,
but let's not get hung up on that for now. I think we can solve that. That'll be in a later video. Okay, so black is the winner, brown was second, then tan.
Now, tan,
it's a bit of a
is very close to brown. Like, it is a type of brown.
Yeah, so this is sort of,
that is tan, yeah.
What I was thinking when I looked up tan color code. Yeah. And then did it.
Laser does show the best on tan.
Okay. So tan and black are our options. I wouldn't, with mine, I don't mind like a, black on black designs where you can only just see it.
The reason
it's not like a overly in your face thing. It's like a subtle design.
Not everyone will want subtle.
Yeah.
The other thing with, I don't think you can do laser with faux leather, like, without it. I will need to look into it. I don't know. I don't know
it or something, eh?
Yeah, because I think it starts to like burn and harden the plastic a particular way. Whereas with leather, it
it's like branding.
Smolders.
Yeah,
which is much better. You'd rather have it just.
Well, this is going to be an interesting part down the track. Is can I actually? I'm going to try laser engrave this. I'm going to go pay and get it done.
Good luck. I think it's going to wreck it.
Yeah, well, if it does, it does. But it's it's a test. So
I don't know if smolder was the right one.
Because if we need to. If we can't laser engrave this, that means we almost have to go genuine leather.
I think genuine leather should be the only option.
Okay.
Because if you're marketing yourself as a premium Bible,
okay, yeah,
having it be the only standard, I think, makes perfect sense.
Man, I'm all for that. And
Yeah.
I would pay $300 for a really nice Bible.
And there's nothing wrong with only having good semi-pricey Bibles.
Yeah.
Like especially if you're going to hit up the US.
Mm.
Like for example, there's over 1 million millionaires in the US, and there's so many people over there. Only appealing to what seems to us as a narrower demographic, I think, actually elevates, how do I say it? Perhaps gives it more of a reputation.
Right, yeah.
Making it only premium options.
Well, it is like a custom thing, like you're saying.
I think
This
custom
is a
and premium.
lifetime Bible sort of thing that you would want.
Yeah.
So premium goes along with that.
Yeah, custom and premium, I think in this case should go hand in hand.
Okay, and I mean, again, it comes down to how much it's going to cost us to manufacture it. I don't know what that is yet. So we don't really know. Maybe it does get us close to that $100 point.
I mean, I think for something like this, there's no way to appeal to everybody, and I wouldn't try.
Yeah. My idea was to try and get the general features for as many people as possible right.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And
I'm only thinking of the leather element.
Okay, the leather. Yeah. Okay, so leather.
Intended use was...
Where was the price thing?
I don't know.
Oh, there we go. Ideal price. Here we go. So intended use, most of it was daily reading. You know, the study as the girls are.
This will have very little bearing on what actually gets made.
Yes.
The intended use.
It doesn't really matter. Okay. So let's jump down to the price, because that determines a lot.
I honestly think a lot of the people, I think most of us at our, within our church community aren't the demographic or market a lot of this would be aimed towards. That may sound silly, I suppose, because all of us would like a nice premium Bible. However, I think
budget is tight for a lot of us.
Well, you look at like a premium leather Bible without any customization, any things you can change.
$200-$300.
Yeah, so I think it's possible a lot of us have never looked for a premium leather Bible.
Yes. Well, maybe again, it'll come down to it. So if once we know the cost of manufacturing, then we can make a call from there. But common price range between 50 and 100, which is very low. Upper limits 150 to 200.
So I think
we couldn't go over 200.
I think we should be aiming for the 20% of people or less, not to appeal to the masses. I think a lot of people just haven't thought about how much a Bible costs to make.
Yeah. I mean, we can talk about that in a later video, when we're going through the manufacturing process.
Yeah. And
then we just be real with us how much it costs and what margin we need to make to keep the business growing. Yeah. So when I look at that, like $100 is kind of where everyone would want to be, which is you wouldn't be able to get. I don't think you'll be able to get genuine leather for $100.
Yeah, not with all those options.
No.
If it were me, it would be something I just save up for. I'd rather, in my mind, save up for something like this that is more premium than for it to be readily accessible financially and it be mid.
Okay. That's good to hear.
For me,
and it is an important thing, your Bible. It is a very personal thing. So yeah, like you say, save up for it. Spend a little bit more, keep it.
For me, yeah. But that's also because I've looked at premium Bibles in the past.
Yeah. All right. So where do you? Okay, so I think next step then is to go with this stuff and talk to a printer or manufacturer.
Yeah. Keen.
And then see where we're at, how much it's going to cost us to produce these things.
Yeah.
And maybe do with all these variations, how many variation possibilities there could be is worth doing as well.
Yeah, like at the moment, are you thinking of ordering in bulk or drop shipping?
To me, and I think this is going to be too slow, but to get the biggest customizability, you would want a printer to do it.
Yeah, so drop shipping
Locally.
I see, but that will, to my understanding, drive up costs considerably.
Because then all the differences can be set in the system and it can just pump it out.
But again, like for example, if we communicate with manufacturers in China and Taiwan, they're exceptional at customizing everything and very quickly. And like for me, if I was ordering a premium Bible, I don't mind having to wait the extra week.
Yeah.
You're not, someone who's ordering this usually isn't in a hurry, like I need it now.
Right, it's not like Sunnies that you want tomorrow sort of thing.
I mean, even Sunnies, so almost fall in a similar category. Like, Sunnies are more useful in regards to utility and like, oh, I need to go somewhere and I don't want to.
I want Amazon.
Get my eyes toasted, yeah.
Okay. All right, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, I think that sets us on track for the next step. It really comes down to price.
Yeah.
Next. Cool. Any other thoughts? Anything God's putting on your heart?
I mean, honestly, no, I haven't checked with him about anything else regarding this yet. But I do think, we're blessed to nut it out and have a look around and see what we can do. And I don't think it's going to be too hard finding a good manufacturer that can make every adjustment as needed. Because a lot of their process will be by a machine, and they can just save presets for.
Okay, so what do you? I mean, we can talk about this in the next video, but roughly lead times from China. Is you looking at a month?
A lead time for what?
Like, if you were to, because if we were doing it overseas, are you suggesting we would do the laser printing overseas as well? Laser engraving?
If you're doing drop shipping, you definitely, yeah, of course. Because if we order stuff here direct, I just don't think it's viable because
of the customizability.
There's too many options.
Yeah.
There's too many options, and we're gonna.
So it's either printer of the whole thing is created here in Oz, or it's drop shipping the whole thing.
I think it's gonna have to be drop shipping. The more I think about it, with all the different options.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you'll almost certainly end up with stock that never sells, and I think you'd end up losing money on these nice premium leather Bibles.
100%.
It would be safer if you were marketing it to the US, for example. But in the US, there may be better in-house US options because you avoid tariffs now with Trump's changes to importing things from China and Taiwan.
Okay.
It may indeed be worth building it within the US, but again, we'd have to look in the future at what options there are already.
All right, so next step we'll look at manufacturing, but we have the features done. Cool.
Yeah, excellent.
Beautiful.
Tons of fun.
Anything to close out?
Yeah, Father God.
Yeah.
Bless us with your wisdom, and we commit all this ahead to you.
Yeah.
Guide us and make the steps clear. And Lord, be glorified in our lives and in our families' lives.
Yeah.
In your name, Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's
All
been fun.
part of the body. I'm like this. I can't wait to build it with everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone gets
keen to see it.
So
And hold it.
bless you guys. Appreciate you watching, and we'll see you for day 3, hour 3.
Yeah. See you guys.